have a public comment time also at our 2 o'clock meeting, so if you didn't get a chance to speak today, we invite you to come back at 2.
I took the time to make the trip up here, and I waited until all these other people have spoken, and I would like to have my opportunity to speak, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, everyone else that hasn't had the opportunity will have the opportunity after 2 o'clock during our regular public meeting. You will have 5 minutes to speak about anything you want. So nobody leaves here today without the opportunity of speaking. Everyone will be given the opportunity of speaking at the next meeting. And you can speak again if you'd like.
Go ahead, Mr. Pierce.
Thank you very much. I'm Philip Pierce. I live in Earlville, down in the 1st District. And I sent a letter July 30th to Commissioner Bromell. And I don't know if she shared it with you commissioners or not.
No.
I'm going to read that letter today, if I may. It's sort of a chronology of things that have occurred in reference to the Mill Lane and the Mill Lane project that has hung around for 18 years. So I'm going to get started right quick in the interest of time. So, ladies and gentlemen, commissioners, I am here to advise you of a great disservice to the citizens and taxpayers of the 1st Election District of Cecil County, based on regrettable decisions or lack thereof made by the Cecil County Commissioners and the Cecil County Department of Public Works with regard to Mill Lane in the 1st Election District of Cecil County. For decades, Mill Lane served our community admirably. For instance, it was a necessary link utilized when the Scotchman's Creek Bridge was closed to traffic and required several months to replace. In 1994, that all changed. Mill Lane was closed to through traffic because of the instability, poor conditions of the culvert and embankments. No immediate repair action was taken. In 1995, both volunteer fire companies, Cecilton and Hacks Point, requested and held a meeting with Commissioners William Mammoth, Oakley Sumter, and Larry Truslow at the Hacks Point Fire Station with regard to mutual aid requiring long response time as a result of Mill Lane being closed. We were told it would take some time for repair funding and to make the necessary repairs, so we waited. In September of 1999, after 5 years of waiting, Hurricane Floyd caused catastrophic failure of the embankments west of the historic spillway. This would have been perfect timing to have sought out federal disaster aid funding for the dam failure. To my knowledge, this also never occurred, and we waited. In February of 2000, at a public meeting held at the Cecil Volunteer Fire Company, then Commissioner Nelson Bolander was quoted by the Cecil Whig as saying, "I'm pleased to see the progress to date. As it appears, much of the engineering and permitting work is done," and we waited. In 2001, some 7 years later, after first being closed, the county through State Highway Administration using federal bridge funds with the expected repair cost to be $1.5 million, retained Rummel, Krempler, and Kyle, LLP. It's a RK&R, an engineering firm from Baltimore. After some 7 alternatives, including dams and a recreational area, the cost had risen to $3.2 million in 2002. In 2007, trustees from the Spectron lawsuit, which included Mary Andrews from NOAA, National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, Sherry Crest of U.S. Fish and Wildlife, and Jim Thompson, Maryland Department of Natural Resources Wildlife, entered into the picture and advised no dam or impoundments would be permitted to be built on Mill Lane on Scotchman's Creek, but subsequently funding would be provided for the dam removal, fish blockage, and removal of the stream and stream restoration. It is my understanding that in order for the trustees to provide the needed funding, the county had to provide the trustees with the necessary land ownership easements in order for them to proceed. To date, that has never occurred. It is also my understanding that the county could not provide the land ownership required. And due to the lapse in time, the Spectron lawsuit, trustees pulled out of the project and are using the funding elsewhere in the state rather than in the Elk River watershed of Cecil County where this EPA violation occurred. In September 2009, after many years and many meetings, including with many county commissioners turnovers and Department of Public Works changing from Matthew Carter to Scott Flanagan, we received notice from then County Commissioner President Brian Lockhart that the Board of County Commissioners had decided not to replace the bridge and reestablish Mill Lane as a through road. In July 10, 2012, Cecil Times reported Cecil County Commissioners are considering a $250,000 stream remediation project that would remove debris in the collapsed bridge and improve water quality at Mill Lane as part of a compromise with the state environmental officials over unrelated pollution near the central landfill. The article further stated by fixing up Mill Lane stream, credits could be used toward reducing a possible $50,000 fine to a $10,000 fine for pollution at the central landfill. The article goes on to state that the county is looking to conclude its negotiations with MDE quickly and put out the Mill Lane stream fix-up project for bid. At this point, I would like to mention this is the only thing I have seen the county get in a hurry about in the entire 18 years Mill Lane has been in disrepair. Closing statement. In the beginning of this letter, I stated that a great disservice to the citizens and taxpayers of the first election district of Cecil County had occurred. I can only say, had this travesty happened in the private sector, folks in key leadership positions in Cecil County Public Works Department would be found in dereliction of duty for lack of immediate action by allowing so much time and money to be wasted and not securing the proper easements required in a timely manner. One must also give cause to previous behind-the-scenes commissioner-motivated personal agenda political favoritism for the benefit of a few at the expense of many. To my dismay, the citizens of the First District will not get to enjoy the advantages of the fastest possible life-saving fire, ambulance, and police service, safer traffic dangers for farmers and Amish community, school buses, mail and parcel delivery efficiency, gas savings, and for the general public, and an overall sense of fair, consistent, and equal treatment by the county government with their tax dollars. Thank you. And one thing I would like to say right quickly is, I understand you're seeking bids now for the $250,000 to do the remediation, the Public Works Department is, and in doing so, my understanding was the roadway was 15 feet wide is one of the issues why it couldn't be repaired, and if you are going to lower those road embankments 6 or 7 feet, that might give you the 22 feet that you need to make that road wide enough to be usable. And also, you're going to remove the old dam and spillway as well. So, look, if you're going to spend that $250,000 in that order, let's look at what Mr. Flanagan said. He said that the issue would turn out to be a win-win situation because they could get the remediation at Mill Lane and also get the credits for the central landfill. Well, let's make it a win-win-win situation. Utilize that $250,000 that you're going to spend there and use it to lower the road beds, and then look at the project and go ahead and put a new culvert pipe in there like you're doing at Stemmers Run right now, and open that road up. Who knows, some of those farmers that are out there right now might be the very same ones that need to use that roadway to move their equipment across. Thank you very much.
All for being here this afternoon. We will adjourn for 5 minutes and then begin our regularly scheduled commission meeting.